Here's what happened round 16 of the FIM Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of Finland at Hyvinkää. MX2 race 1, Jargo Kietz crossed the foxhole shot line for the 4th time this season. He was closely followed by Tom Viaal in second, Rowan van der Moosdijk and the 74 of Kai de Wolf. Viaal quickly into second position and he capitalised on a mistake towards the end of the lap. Kietz ran wide, Viaal at the inside, but the lead didn't last long. In fact, the next turn, Kietz was back past the Red Bull KTM rider. These two separated by 23 points going into race 1, remember. Thibaut Beneston made his way around the outside of Liam Everts to move into 7th place. And Mikkel Harp also got the better of Rowan van der Moosdijk to move into 4th just after the halfway mark. Horgmo also found his way by Liam Everts as he forced his way into 7th place. But then Harp went down from 4th. He would eventually come home in 8th, but it was Jargo Kietz with his 12th race win of the year from Viaal, de Wolf, van der Moosdijk and Beneston. MX2 race 2, once again Jargo Kietz over the foxhole shot line. That's 5 now in the season for the World Championship leader. He tried to make a break for it as well. Tom Viaal very lucky to stay on the track there as he exited turn 1. Liam Everts was there in 2nd position, Tom Guyon 3rd. And Viaal quickly on the move though, into 3rd place around the outside of van der Moosdijk. But at the start of lap 2, Jargo Kietz, who was already starting to break free, had this mistake. He was down for about 30 seconds, pinned underneath the bike. That left Liam Everts up front. But then Tom Viaal scythed his way through to take over the lead in what would be a crucial race at the top of the championship fight. Rowan van der Moosdijk got the better of Everts to move into 2nd place. Viaal then went off track whilst leading. That was on lap 3. Van der Moosdijk took over and he was pulling clear of the number 28. Kai de Wolf found his way around the outside of Everts to go into 3rd place. And then this happened. Harp made a mistake. That allowed Kietz up the inside. Those two collided. Kietz would remount and go on to finish in 7th place, finding his way past the likes of his teammate Thibaut Beneston in the process. That pass was for 7th. And then 2 laps to go. Rowan van der Moosdijk, 4 or 5 seconds clear, lost the front end. And guess what? Tom Viaal and Kai de Wolf right there to pick up the pieces. Viaal needed to stay ahead of the Dutchman to claim valuable points in the fight for the championship. He did just that. Viaal crossed the line for his 41st race win from de Wolf and van der Moosdijk. Viaal won the Grand Prix with a 2nd and a 1st, his 22nd career win, his 44th podium. De Wolf 2nd, Kietz on the podium, 3rd overall. The championship that was 23 points at the start of the weekend, now down to just 15 between Kietz and Viaal. Langenfelder, Horgmo, Beneston ran out the top 5. Next stop, France. But 15 points separate the top 2 of Kietz and Viaal.
So hot here in Finland, and I had a good start. I made a mistake. I went out of the track, and I just ride nice. Van der Moosdijk had a small crash on the lap, so on the last lap it helped me a lot. But yeah, thanks a lot to the team.
MXGP race 1, Romain Febvre, Kawasaki Racing Team, won the qualifying race. And he made it work for him as well as he crossed the foxhole shot line for the first time this year since coming back from injury. Jeremy Seewer was right there behind him. So too Glenn Koldenoff, Brian Bogers, Tim Geiser, who could lift the championship for a 5th time in race 1 if things went his way. Brian Bogers, though, had other ideas. He moved into 3rd as he swept around the outside of Geiser, and then 2nd with this pass on Seewer. He then went after Romain Febvre. And on lap 2, as the Frenchman made a mistake in this right-hander, Bogers was through. And the standing construct Husqvarna rider was never headed after that. Seewer then fell from 3rd place. He emerged behind his 2 teammates, Glenn Koldenoff and Maxime Renault. Febvre had already fallen, picked himself up and fallen almost immediately again. That allowed Geiser into 2nd. And then Koldenoff came through to take over 2nd place. He was then followed through immediately by Maxime Renault, who took over 3rd. Geiser was now in 4th. The championship looking like it was going to have to wait another race, especially when Jeremy Seewer came through to take over 4th with 4 laps to go. Geiser was now in 5th. But with 3 to go, Roman Fevre also got in on the act. He moved into 5th. Geiser was now 6th ahead of Brent Van Donnick. Brian Bogus crossed the line for his 2nd career race win. Koldenhoff was 2nd. Renault, Seward and Fevre top 5. MXGP Race 2, a World Championship on the line for Tim Geiser, and it was a nervy start for the 243, buried mid-pack. As Glenn Koldenhoff crossed the Foxhole shot line for the 2nd time this year, he was closely followed by the number 3 on the Kawasaki of Roman Fevre, the 29 of Enra Jacobi, and the 91 of Seward. Start of lap 2, though, Fevre just overcooked things. Koldenhoff stayed up, Fevre went down, he re-emerged in 13th, and he would fight back to 8th by the time the checkered flag fell. Brian Bogus in no hurry to sit there behind Monticelli, made that move to move into 4th place. That was going to be good enough for 2nd overall as things stood. Jeremy Seward passed Jacobi to take 2nd on lap 7. And then Jacobi started to come undone. Brian Bogus went through to take 3rd. And so too, Maxime Renault moving through, following Brian Bogus. Kevin Villaren, another hard charge through the field, similar to what he put in race 1. This pass getting him past Tim Geiser on an eventual 5th place finish. Tim Geiser found his way by Jacobi to take 7th with a handful of laps to go. That would be good enough to secure a 5th world title. But then, knocking himself off 2nd step off the podium with that fall from 4th place. Brian Bogus, that allowed Seward, Renault, Van Donnick and Villaren, and Glenn Koldenhoff, more importantly, to take his 11th career race win. 5 Yamahas in the top 5, but it was Tim Geiser who crossed the line in 7th to win his 5th World Championship. All 5 of them with Team HRC, but the overall classification. And Tim Geiser celebrating 5 Grand Prix victories. Jeremy Seward the first to celebrate and congratulate with him. But Koldenhoff, Seward, Renault and Monster Energy Yamaha 1, 2, 3. Bogus 4th overall, Van Donnick 5th. Geiser now uncatchable. Seward holds a 45-point advantage over Glenn Koldenhoff, who leapfrogs Prado. Prado now 4th, Renault 5th, 11 behind the Spaniard. But that's how it finished here in Finland. Yamahas 1, 2 and 3, and Tim Geiser, a world champion for the 5th time.
Unbelievable. I mean, I'm speechless, you know. To win 1 title, it's a lot. But to win already like 5 with the crew, you know, with HRC, you know, we are an amazing team, you know. Of course, we were struggling a little bit towards the end, you know. I was a bit nervous and everything, but I'm glad that that it's over, you know. So I want to say a huge thank you to all my my team, my crew, everybody around me, my girlfriend, Filippo, everyone at home, you know, watching. Thank you very much, guys. I'm super happy.